Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday today. You guys, it is the first Sunday of June. So, Jay, I literally just said I'm going live. Why are you talking loud? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great. I am doing pretty good. I'm doing really good today. We had a really great day. I'm going to start our chat in a few minutes. Gonna wait till some people come on here. I didn't really announce that I was going live today, so this is by special request. I said I was gonna go live today and probably Monday and Tuesday, but yeah. Hi. Hello, happy Sunday. It's been a really busy day. I just got home maybe about an hour or so ago since this morning. So it's been a busy, fun day. So today is actually our church birthday. And then we'll get on to the topic. I'm just gonna wait till some people come on. So yeah, we had dinner at church, had played games, trivia, so much fun. So I am actually tired, and I don't know. This eye look like it's swelling up. Allergy season, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, tell me how your Sunday is going. Comment down below to let me know how your Sunday is going. And again, right now, guys, I'm sorry that I don't have any videos up. I'm still having camera issues, and it is not letting me record anything now. So that's why we're going live because I know you guys like my Sunday video. Yes, it is our church anniversary. It is today. It is 61 years. Our church has been around for 61 years. I've been there my whole life. So almost 48 years. So yeah, we was talking about the history and we was playing games and we all had to bring. Oh, today was your grandpa's church anniversary. Cool, Shay. Hey, Shay, Mariah, and whoever else is watching. Um, yeah. So we had to bring something. They asked we were. They did like a contest to see who can bring something the oldest thing. I think I won, but they didn't go to that. Thank you. It's my moo. So we were on our church anniversary. We were all white with red accessories. So I came home and changed. So yeah, yeah. So I just threw this moo on because I wanted something really comfortable and chilled, relaxed today. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then we did like a trivia game. It was like asking questions. And actually, my table we came in second place. We almost got it. It was like a lot of ties. So our table kept tying with the other table, and then we ended up coming in second place. So yeah, because like it's only a few of us that's been there like the whole entire time. So yeah, cool. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, I want to talk to you guys today about something that I was kind of part of this discussion last night. So we're going to talk about what it's like being a stepchild, and can a woman love another woman's child? Hmm. Yeah, it was good. They gave Starbucks gift cards. I was like, for real? Ah, oh my gosh. Yeah. So they did like tables of six. Our table did good. And it was so crazy because we could have got all of the questions right, but I messed up one time. And then this guy that was at our table, he messed up. We could have got all the questions right. I messed up the first question, but it was still fun. We had fun. I'm not a sore loser. But then we had like our table kept tying with another table, so it was like six tables, I think. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, it was six tables, and it was like we just kept tying. It was so fun. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so what happened was this guy shared a post, and this is why we're talking about this today. Is she still hungry, James? Sorry, Avery's dinging her bowl. She might be hungry. Hello, Miss Avery. Avery's our pup if you're new, just joining. Yeah, stop barking. That's why you looked at me. Okay, so what happened? This guy shared a post. Avery, stop barking. So this guy shared a post, and the post said, "Can a woman love another woman's child as her own?" And the guy who shared the post, he kept saying, "Nope, nope, you can't." And then when women would comment on it, he was like, "No, you can't, you can't." So the women were saying, yes, you can. You can love another woman's child as your own. So, but everybody has different experience and relationships, being step parents and step children. I was part of both. I am a stepchild and I am a stepmother. So I have like two different, what you say? Can't stand him. Okay, so yeah, so that's how the topic got started. So then it was a little drama happened because I didn't realize he was still friends with his I'm friends with both of them, but I didn't realize Avery's sitting right here. If you see something moving in the camera, she's sitting on the handle of the couch. So he shared the post. It was like I want to say it was like 4 or 5 of us that commented, and then his baby mama came on there, and she was like, "What you trying to say? I'm a bad mama?" I was like, "Ooh." I'm friends with both of them on Facebook, so I was like, don't put me in the middle of this. Like, let me go delete my comment." But no, so that's how this subject came about today. So we just wanted to talk about it. We were talking about it a little bit afterwards, me and a couple of people. And you guys chime in, let me know what you think. Again, everybody has different experiences, and that's what we were explaining to him. Everybody's somebody gave me a like and then they took their like away. How rude. No, I'm just kidding. So um yeah, so okay. So I told him from my perspective as being a stepchild. For those of you guys who don't know, most of you guys probably know because I told my story a few times. My birth mother passed away right after I was born, so I really didn't know my mom. Good job with not putting on your YouTube voice. You funny, Mariah. I'm tired. That's probably why. So yeah, I am a stepchild. My birth mom passed away, so my dad ended up remarrying, and he remarried a lady who had two children already. She had a girl and a boy. And then they later had a child together. So I have a older sister, a brother, then it's me, and then I have a baby sister. Me and my baby sister are like a year and a month apart. And my oldest sister, she is 16 years older than me. And then my brother is 8. So it's 8 years between all of us. So it's 8 years between Pat and Willis, 8 years between Willis and me, and then a year and a month. So me and my sister was kind of like twins, pretty much. We were raised like twins. I think my mom really wanted twins. Miss Mariah said, I think people are definitely capable of loving someone's child, but it's unfortunate that some don't have that experience. Very true. So yeah. And again, like everybody's story is different. So we can only speak on our experiences. And again, I said yes. I said yes, people other another woman can love another woman's child like it is her own. A lot of people do adoptions. They do you know. But he was talking about stepmama with having a baby mama. So we didn't really have that, because my birth mom passed away. However, like I told you before, my dad married my mom, who was her friend. He married her friend, put it like that. It wasn't no hanky panky, nothing like that going on. They weren't cheating with each other before my mama died, nothing like that. He just needed a mom. He needed a wife. He needed somebody to take care of me because my birth mom was a stay at home mom. So she didn't work, she stayed at home and she took care of her niece and nephew. Hey, Diamond, welcome. And so, yeah, so it was just, they got married very quickly. I was born in July. They got married by October, I think. Yeah, they got married in October of the same year. And then my sister was born a year later in August. So, yeah. So anyway, I told him yes. I said I and see everybody always, think about like Cinderella. I know I did. I always thought about like Cinderella, how she was mistreated by her stepmother, and the stepmother favored her two sisters. If you guys know the sister's name, put it in the comments. You guys know I'm a big Cinderella fan. So if you know Cinderella's two stepsisters, put it in the comments. Let me know if you guys know their names. I actually have pictures with them too. They are so funny. Hey, hey, hey. And yeah, so I think people look at that, like all stepmothers are evil and wicked and they're not going to treat their stepchildren right. However, there are some who are like that. but not all are like that. And that's what we were trying to explain to him, because you had that situation where you might not have had a good baby mama, but that's what I was like, is he talking about somebody else? Because from what I saw, because like I said, I'm Facebook friends with both of them, so I'm like, from what I saw, I thought she was a good mom. She do a lot of stuff that some other people want to do for his kids. So I don't know, but to each their own. I don't live with them. I don't know their situation. I can only speak for myself. Anastasia and Drusilla, yes. I knew you would know, Miss Mariah. um, Anastasia was the funniest. I like her a lot. But like I said, I can only speak from my experience. I said my stepmother, she raised me, and she didn't make a difference. We weren't even allowed to use the word step in my mom's house. Like, she didn't play that at all. And I remember one time my brother tried to introduce me as his stepson. She said, "As your who? Boy, has you lost your mind?" Like, she did not play, okay? And that's how I was as well. We don't do that. So yeah, so we were trying to explain to him that yes, women can. So one of the ladies did not have a child that commented, and she was like, "Yeah, women can." I feel like women are nurturing and stuff, and if the man, okay, let me see how I want to say this. If the man and the wife, the new wife, have a good relationship, and they make sure that the baby mama ain't finna cause no drama in the household, I think she can have a better chance at being a great stepmother. But if the man don't step up and try to let the baby mama run their house, because I've seen that happen too, it's not gonna work. And you gotta be one. You gotta be a spoon coon team, okay? Team oneness when it comes to being a step parent. If you don't, that's where you're gonna have problems. You got to be on the same page. Being a step parent is not easy. It is one of the hardest jobs a woman can have, especially if you don't have your own children and then you're raising somebody else's child. It is hard. It's not easy at all, especially if the child bad as heck too. It's hard. And but it can be done. Again, I know a lot of step parents who are very great step parents, and then I know some step parents who are not. Do you guys know any step parents? I'm sure you guys do. Let me know. Um, so yeah, but again, as I said, my mom, she raised us all as we were one family. And even when my brother got married to his first wife, she had a daughter. I respect anyone that can love someone that is not blood. Yes, it is not easy, okay? Just let me say that. It is not easy. But like, and then our family, because that's how my mom set the tone in the house when my brother married his first wife and she had a daughter. Baby, I took that baby. I was like, she was a little girl. I want to say she was like, how old was Devin? She was 3. I think when we first met her, she was the cutest little thing, baby. It wasn't. We didn't make no difference between her, and his first son. We didn't make no difference. Those were my brother's kids. I actually even forgot that she wasn't even his, like, because they had got married and had their son in Virginia before they moved here. So she was our niece. I never introduced her as, oh, this is my brother's stepdaughter, nothing like that. This is my niece. This is my nephew. That's it. Point blank. Period. She was part of our family. Soon as they got married and came on in, she was my niece, and that's how we were raised. Um, but not everybody again have that same experience. They don't. Sadly, they don't. I have a cousin, we talked before, and she was like, I had 2 stepmoms, and she was like, Quinta, girl, she's like, I got abused by my stepmother, and some stepmothers can be jealous of kids. Some real mothers can be jealous of their own children. Sad to say, but I've seen that happen as well. Um, is everything cool? First of all, I forgot to even ask, am I staticking or going in and out? I hope not. But yeah, some real mothers. I had a friend who was jealous of her baby. I was like, what? I thought that was the weirdest thing ever. but it is common. It can happen. Yeah, she told me she was jealous because when she was pregnant, she got all the attention. Everybody was catering to her because it was her first pregnancy and everything. But then when the baby came, she's like the attention left her and went to the baby. And I'm like, I know from experience. Okay, I'm free and clear. Excellent, excellent. I know from experience that it's not easy. Yes, no static. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, and she was like, yeah, I was jealous of my baby. I was like, you was jealous of your baby because again, I had my baby before her. So I'm like, you were jealous of your baby? That is so weird. Like I didn't tell her that, but I was just thinking like, what? But she was because she was the only daughter in her family, and she had stepbrothers whatever, but she was the only daughter. And so she got all the attention from everybody. And then when she got pregnant, she had all the attention. So yeah, so the attention wasn't on her anymore. It went to the baby, so she was jealous. Weird. But anyway, I think it's weird for a mother to be jealous of their child. I think it is too. I think I was shocked when she told me that. I was like, huh? But it can happen. I've seen it not only with her, with somebody else too. So it is common. I didn't understand it because, baby, I was just happy to have a child because I didn't think I could have children. So that's one reason why I chose to marry somebody with a kid because I always wanted to have a child and I was already looking into foster care. So I just assumed that I couldn't have a child because my mom, it is very much weird because my mom couldn't have children. I was her fifth pregnancy and I was the only one to live. And then some of her siblings had trouble having children, and so some of our cousins was having trouble having children. And so I just thought I wouldn't be able to have kids. I went to the doctor when I was younger and they big hater vibes on something that's part of you. Exactly, right? Something that's part of you. How are you jealous? I just that blew me. Okay, that blew me. Yeah. When she told me that, I was like, what? But yeah, so I didn't think I was going to be able to have kids. So that was one reason why I kind of broke one of my rules because one of my rules was I did not want to marry a man with a child. So, but because I was like, oh, well, I might not be able to have a child, at least I get to experience being a part time mom. I mean, I was looking into doing foster care before I got married, but I was like, okay, whatever. So, yeah. Um, but like I said, I had a great experience with my mom. Yes, I can't wait for God to bless me with my little baby. Oh, yes, He will. Looking at Avery chilling today. I know. Well, not 2 seconds ago when I started this live, she started barking at the food. Now she chilling. Thank the Lord. Knock on wood. I'm gonna love them so hard. I know I could not. I have always knew that I wanted to be a mother. I knew since I was like 9 years old that I wanted to be a mom. Like some girls just automatically know, some do not want to be. My baby sister did not want to be a mother. I've always wanted to be a mom. Like I told you in some of my videos before, children have always followed me, especially I say I can remember as far back as 12 years old. Children have always followed me. I've always loved on children and vice versa. So I knew I wanted to have kids. I wanted to have a house full of kids. I wanted to have at least 6 or 7. And I wanted a set of twins in there too. We ain't gonna talk about that. But I want I wanted a big family. I just knew I wanted kids. So you'll have that motherly instinct or maybe not. So if you marry somebody who don't have that motherly instinct, and then you know it could not go good for you sometimes. Maybe it just depends on the person. It depends on your relationship, and then it depends on the baby mama. If she come trying to cause drama in your family, that's hard to deal with. Thank the Lord, I don't really have to experience that too much being a stepmother. Yeah. My story is I'll tell you about that another time. Oh, that'll be part two. Be mine being a stepmother. Because it was good until she got older. Whatever. But and then one of the ladies who commented on that post, she said something about because he ended up deleting the post. So I was gonna screenshot it so I can record it. I mean, so I can have it for my memory for today. But he ended up deleting it. But one of the ladies said it is very hard to be a stepmom when the child is damaged, and when there's a lot of hurt and pain, and then it depends on the age of the child too that becomes part of your family. um the hurt and stuff that they endured from their mom and dad relationship, the breakup and stuff. And if the child is like super close to the mother, and then a stepmother tries to come along and befriend the child and love on the child, and the birth mom is not happy with that stepmother because she might feel like she's trying to take her baby away from them, that causes confusion and chaos. And it also, not with just between the two mothers, but also with the child. You're putting that in your child's mom. She's not your mother. Like, why would you do that? You should be happy that there's another woman willing to step up to take care of your child. I love it when I see the stepmother and the birth mom work together and co-parent. I love that. It's very rare. It happens, but not as often. It's a lot of times that the stepmother and the birth mom bicker and fight. And why? Like I said, thank goodness I did not have that experience. Um, she tried it and she got shut down, and then we really didn't have no issues anymore. But yeah, because the struggle. Like I said, my story gonna be part two. We're gonna talk about being a stepchild. So if you guys are a stepchild, or you have stepchildren, please share your experience with me. Let me know. Again, like I said, my thank the Lord that I had a great experience being a stepchild. I love my mom. She is my mom. Maturity plays a major role in how the co-parent relationship will be. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Like I said, my my stepmom, she was just my mom. I never called her my stepmom. And when I found out she was my stepmom, it was weird because she's always been my mom. She had me since I was a baby. So I can understand like how adopted kids feel, when the parents don't tell them right away. But and I understood why she did not tell me right away. However, I always questioned one thing. It was one thing that was so weird that I did not understand. It was just that one thing. It bugged me. I was like 5, maybe 6, and I can remember that I had a grandmother because I like to share everything. I have always had a big heart. I like to share whatever I had. If I had a toy, I would share my toy. Even if I didn't play with it, I was gonna make sure you were happy and you had that toy to play with. Um, Welcome to the live. Please like and share the love. Yes, like this video. Y'all come on in, like the video. But that's just how I was. I guess my birth mother was like that. Like I always heard great stories about her. Never heard anything negative. So one thing I did hear, my birth mom was a little mean, and something like that. But she was the super nicest person ever. She did have a mean streak. I got a mean streak too. But for the most part, we were um everybody said I'm like her, I'm a clone of her. So it's just very weird. Um when I hear different stories, and then when people share some, like one time my aunt, she told me some stories, and I'm like, wow, I'm the same way. Like that is so creepy because she don't know. I mean, me and my aunt wasn't really close for her to know that I was like that. So it was just weird. And then like how I dress my children, I love my kids to look nice. If you go back and look at old pictures, you're gonna see my kids looking sharp. They always matched, and I kept them clean. Their hair was done. I didn't play. Okay, I was not one of the moms who I put myself first, where I was sharp and my kids looked a hot mess. I didn't do that. So anyway, back to my mom. Like I said, she never made a difference of between us, and she was always my mom. So when I found out, hey Donna F, how are you? Welcome. When I found out she was not my birth mom, it was weird. So it was like, okay. And how I found out, when I really found out, I think I was like 8 or 9. And okay, so again, I told you I had a grandmother, but she wasn't my sister's grandmother. Me and my sister were super duper close. Like I said, we shared clothes, we shared everything, you know. So it was weird because I'm like, well, why is she my grandmother and she's not my sister's grandma? Because my grandma would come to church or something to visit, and she would always speak to me, and she would speak to my sister too. But like I would, my dad was like, "This is your grandmother," but I'm like, "Well, it's my sister. Like, I wanted to share everything with her." So I'm like, "What?" That's where I was confused at. So I was like, but they didn't really explain to me because I was kind of young, I was only 5 or 6, and I guess they didn't feel like I would understand. So how I found out that she was not my birth mom was okay. So I don't know if y'all remember them old coffee tables. It was an old wooden coffee table, and kind of like cherry wood. I wish I had a picture to show you, but in the middle of this coffee table was a drawer, and inside the drawer is where she kept our photo albums, our family photos. And there was one album that we was not allowed to touch. Well, pretty much we couldn't touch none of her albums because she was a picture freak like me, and she didn't want nobody to touch her pictures and mess up her albums because she had them all organized. Da 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 da. So one day, my nosy sister, Tamika, who was a year younger than me, she was like, my mom wasn't at home. I don't know where she was, but who was, I guess my older sister, she always babysat us. So she was like, I want to go in the cabinet. And she just went in there. I'm like, what are you doing? We're not supposed to go in there. She went in there. We started looking through the pictures. Again, I love pictures. I love family. I love people. So we looking through these pictures, and I saw my dad holding the baby. Mwah. But when he was holding the baby, he was standing by a casket. The lady in the casket and the baby had on the same colors. My mom's favorite color was light blue, sky blue, baby blue. So her dress in the casket was baby blue, and my dress was baby blue. So I'm like, hmm, why daddy standing right next to the casket with a baby? And why the baby and this lady in the casket got on blue dresses? Like, why are they matching? Because my aunt told me that was the thing. My mom loved matching with her. She raised her sisters, 2 kids, a girl and a boy, and she always matched them too. So the matching things, the family things, that wasn't just something recently that came out because everybody doing family, mom and daughter matching outfits. No, it was happening in '75 when I was born. Okay, so I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, who is this lady? Like, why my daddy standing by this casket and it's not my mama? What? So we were confused. Me and my sister, we were so confused. So how did we end up telling them? Let me see. How did we ask? So then we found another picture of me as a baby, and it was just me and my dad. So again, I'm like, okay. I said, okay, maybe Tamika wasn't born then, but where's Pat and Willis, my big brother and sister? I'm like, okay. So anyway, I think we ended up. I forget how we told my. I think we told my dad. We asked my dad. Tamika, she was so nosy. Child, my sister was the nosiest creature on the planet Earth. Okay. And I think she left the picture out or something. And so mom, when she came home, she was like, who was in my cabinet? Like, why is this picture out? And so we was like, who is this? Why is Papa holding? We call my daddy Papa. Why is he holding a picture with a baby standing next to a lady in a casket? What's going on? And so she was like, okay, well, I guess I need to tell y'all. So we was like, tell us what? Again, this is the only woman I knew. She's the only woman. She loved me like I was her child. Never, ever, ever, ever felt like I was not part of the family or nothing. I'm her baby. Like when she gave us a goodnight kiss, she gave all of us a goodnight kiss. When she hugged all of us, she hugged all of us. It was never a difference. Anything she did. Okay, I lied. So the only thing that she did do was she kind of favored Pat more than us because Pat was older than her. Hi, Saquana. How are you? Welcome. Pat was older than her, and they wore kind of like the same size clothes, so they were always dressed alike. But that was like the only thing because they were like the same size. So they dressed alike, and then she always dressed me and my baby sister alike. My brother, he was just there. So anyway, when we saw that picture, um, she was like, "Okay, so I have to tell you, I want to say I was like 8 at this time, 8 or 9, something." And she was like, "So this is your mom. She gave birth to you, and then she passed away." And I was like, "Huh?" my mom? No, you're my mom. What are you talking about? Like, you my mama. She was like, yes, I'm your mama, but this is your birth mom. I'm like, what? Like, no, again, like, you're my mom. What are you talking about? I don't have another mama. You're my mama, you know? And so she was like, so then that's when she explained and told us a story that my mom, she passed away when she gave birth to me. And the picture that we found was her funeral. And she said, this is why I didn't want you guys in my drawer, in my stuff, being nosy, because I wasn't ready for you to know this shit. I was going to tell you. I guess she was trying to wait till I was like 12 or something. I don't know. She just wasn't ready to talk about it. So then that's when she explained to me about my grandmother. And I'm like, oh, so that's why she's my grandmother and not Tamika's grandmother. Like, okay, well, that makes sense. But I don't like that. Like, I want that to be Tamika's grandmother. My grandmother did not make a difference either. She, like, always, said hi to Tamika and respected Tamika, da 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 da. It was still just weird because, like, she was my grandmother, but she wasn't hers. And I just still couldn't put two and two together. Like, it was crazy to me. Again, because you guys know me, I have a big heart. I love sharing. So, what? So, but then as I got a little older and I started processing it, I did have some relatives who didn't feel the same way as my grandmother. And like they would buy me gifts for my birthday, but then, or for whatever holiday, say Christmas or whatever, they would buy me a gift, but they went buy Tamika one. And I did not like that at all. They might be watching, I don't know, and I don't care, but I didn't like that at all. Um, so what my mom would do is like I remember one time I was in the seventh or eighth grade. My parents are like this. They love everyone and welcome them in the family. Exactly. So that was weird. That was weird. Um when my aunties, they didn't do that. So they would buy, like, I remember when British Knights, okay, I'm going old school. Y'all remember BK's, British Knights gym shoes, when they came out? Okay, so if you know me, I'm not really like a gym shoe type person. I don't care for Nike. I mean, I'll wear it if I have it, but I'm not gonna just go spending some money on BKs and Reeboks and Adidas and Nikes. That's just not how I was. Now my sister Tamika loved that stuff. She loves all kind of things like that. Yes, the BKs with the diamonds on it. I know you remember that diamond. But so with the lights, yeah, they used to light up too. Yeah. So I had got my first pair of BKs from one of my aunts, but she didn't buy my sister a pair. You know what I did? I said, "Here, you can have my shoes. I don't like these anyway." Like that just wasn't. I always wore like ballerina shoes or the like can the what they call we call them the white girl shoes. It's not technically their names, but that's the kind of shoes I wore. Sneakers like those not Converse. What is they called? I can't think of the name. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those are the kind of shoes I liked. I wore those and I wore like the flats, ballet slippers, which I still wear today. I'm not like a heel girl. I wish I love heels. I love heels, but I just cannot walk in them. So I gave them to my sister. However, my mom, being her, she felt bad because I had these brand new shoes and then my sister didn't. So she went and bought my sister a pair. So my sister had two pairs because I was like, I'm not wearing these. Like they don't even know me because I don't wear that kind of stuff. But every time they would buy me a gift, they're similar to Vans. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So every time they would buy me a gift, my mom would go buy Tamika whatever so she wouldn't feel left out. And I didn't like that because I'm like, this my sister. Like, why y'all not doing for my sister? Again, I was really technically their niece, not Tamika. So that was a struggle for me because I didn't like my sister be not included. She had to be included everything. Like we are like this. We're like twins, like for real. Um well, I we wanted to be twins. So we made ourselves twins. And like we can finish each other's sentences and I think I may have said this before. We used to dress well, my mom always dressed us alike in the same colors, or it'd be like the same pattern dress, but mine would be pink and hers would be blue or something like that. So we always was very similar. And so it was just weird when I got a gift and she didn't. I just did not like that. I just and even I have two little nieces. They are sisters, but if I buy for one, I'm buying for the other one too. Because one of them, she didn't really come with me a lot, but if I buy one of them a dress, I would buy the other one a dress. Like that's just common courtesy. But a lot of people don't think like that. They just think this is my niece. So actually, I did a video on this too. I'm going off subject, kind of, not really, but kind of. So I did a video on this last year or so, maybe. Anyway, so there was this. I know y'all heard it because it was all over TikTok. It was on Instagram, Facebook. So there was this lady. She made a video on something, one of those platforms, because her baby father brought only her one son some McDonald's, and he didn't bring the other children McDonald's. And she asked him to get his. Did y'all hear about that? She asked him to get her son some food, and he brought her son some food. And when she wouldn't let him come in the door, she made this big thing. It went viral, okay, because he didn't buy all of her kids. I think she had like 4 or 5 other kids, or I don't know how many, but he didn't buy the rest of them McDonald's. He was so everybody was like, well, he should have took the child out of the home and bought him some food, or he should have bought everybody some food. What do y'all think on that? What do you think? You know what I'm talking about right now. Should he have bought just his son some food or brought everybody some food? Me, I know she asked for McDonald's or whatever, but I would have probably went to Popeyes and got a box of chicken where everybody could eat together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that would be me, the logical thing. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. You remember that? Yeah. So again, it's not easy for stepmothers or stepfathers. Okay, I can just only base off what my experience was as being I had a stepmother. I didn't have a stepfather. I had my natural dad, my birth dad, and my dad and my mom they got along very good. You heard that it was a skit. I heard that too. I did hear that too. Um, but it just went viral. I just know everybody was talking about it and sharing it, and I did a video on it when I went to Burger Rebellion. So yeah, I hope I'm not boring you guys, but it was just a topic that just I was like I have always wanted to talk about this, and I just never really got around to it. Yeah, I heard it was a skit too at the end, but I didn't kind of believe that it was a skit in the beginning. As a mother, I wouldn't ask another man to buy my other kids. I would have asked him to take his child to eat and bring them back. Exactly, exactly. That's what I would have done. Um, yeah. I want to ask them to just bring my child. Can you bring my kids something to eat because they hungry? They or he? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just felt like that was messy. Again, he could have picked up the child and took them to McDonald's or whatever. That's just how I feel. I don't know. I'm a little dehydrated today. No, just kidding. But yeah, so I don't know. What do y'all think about what I said as far as how my relatives only bought me something and not my sister? Again, I get it from their point of view. I'm the niece. My sister is not. So they brought gifts for only me. I mean, even if they bought a doll, they would only buy me a doll, but wouldn't buy her a doll. We were a year apart, literally. Like a year apart. We were 1 year and 1 month apart. So we're the same height, same everything. I don't know. Or they could have went to McDonald's. He could have gotten his child something, and the mom get the other kids something. Yes, Shay, I agree with that as well. Um, I don't know. I just never. I don't like playing favorites. It's not really his responsibility. He doesn't have a relationship with the other children. As mom, I'm going to make sure all of my children eat. Right. Well, I guess what she was saying was he did live in their house for a while. He did live in the house. He did have a relationship with the children. That's why she was mad because they kind of looked up to him as a dad figure in the house. So I guess that's why she was mad because he did live with them, but I guess he moved out and then he only had the last child by her. I don't know. Yeah. So like I said, as far as me, okay, so with me being a stepmom, I never seen her siblings, so I never had. She lived in our home, so I never seen her siblings. It wasn't like she lived with her mom and she came over on the weekends or whatever. It wasn't like that. She pretty much. Oh, that's a big old cat. My stepdaughter lived with us until she got grown and moved out. So I didn't have to buy, like, I didn't have to buy her siblings anything. Her story is chaotic. Again, I said that'll be another video. But she lived with us, so that was never an issue for me. Uh, but I think if just me being me, okay. So Shay said, "Oh, Mariah said, oh, okay." Shay said, "And on what you're saying about buying you something and not your sister, I have to say I don't agree because my brother and I have separate daddies, but my brother's aunts and uncle treated me like family." Exactly. I agree. And when my brother got something, I got something. It might have been as much, it might has had not been as much as him, but I still got something. I feel like they should have gotten something small for your sister. I 100% totally agree with you. 100% totally agree with you. Hey Mia, how are you? Welcome. Yes, I did not like that. I did not like that at all. And me, I was a child and I saw that and I felt like it ain't like, I was going back and forth from house to house. I lived in my dad's house. She lived in my dad's house with me. Like, you knew I had a sister. Why wouldn't you? And even, my oldest sister, she had two stepchildren. She had a son by his dad, my nephew. And then she then she had a brother. He had a brother and a sister. They lived in Louisiana, but they came up here to visit. And yeah, it is. It is. It's how their hearts are. That's why I said my grandmother didn't do that. She didn't do that. It was her kids. They did it. And I did not like it. That was one thing that bothered me. Like I kind of hated that I knew that I had another set of family because my mom's family, like today, my mom's family, my stepmother's family, we're still close. Like I'm Facebook friends with them. My one cousin Melvin, he lives in St. Louis. This man texts me every holiday, Mother's Day, my birthday, Christmas. He gonna text me. He didn't make a difference between me either. He texts me and my sister and my brother. Yeah, that is so true. Um, so my mom's family didn't do that. They didn't do that with me. They could have been like, "Oh, you're not." They knew that she didn't have me. One time, one of her nephews tried it, and she shut him down real quick. I will never ever forget this. And then I never liked him. This topic is really good. Well, thank you. I'm glad. So, yeah. So one time we went to Mississippi. I'll never forget this. I had to been 12 this time. So I was told my sister was 11. We went to Mississippi. It was my her. I love. I show love. Love doesn't pick and choose. Show love to everyone. Mia says, am a stepchild. Okay, tell us your experience if you don't mind. Did you have a good relationship or how was your relationship? Um, so we went to Mississippi because her somebody passed away. Soon as we got out the car, now it was a long drive. We had so much fun in the car, everything. She said, "Child, okay." So that means okay. I can't wait to hear what else she said. She typed, "Child." Okay. So we got to Mississippi. We were super excited because we haven't been to Mississippi in a while. And again, we were going for a funeral. So I remember I got out the car first, and then my sister. Again, me and my sister was like this. We always been close. She came next. She was standing next to me. He gonna say her nephew. He gonna say which one are you not hers? And we both looked at her. I'm like, what? Why would you ask the kid that anyway? You like, are you stupid? Why would you ask the kid that? Baby, my mama, honey, she heard him. She flew. When I tell you 2.2 seconds, she flew. She said, "What you mean? Which one of them not mine? Both of them mine. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say that." in front of my girls again. Honey, my mama did not play. My mama, that's what we call her Granny Becky. Because when she turned that Granny Becky on, baby, she go crazy. She go psycho. Yes. Girl, she was like, don't you ever. Like, we literally we just pulled up to the house. First stop in Mississippi, besides the gas station. He gonna say, which one of y'all not hers? What? What? We kids. We literally like 11 and 12. We same height. We dressed alike. Again, my mama dressed us like all the time. Why would you even say that? Why would you fix your mouth to say that to a child? And from that day forward, I did not like that man. Like, I mean, I forgave him eventually, but I didn't like him. How about the people on the outside? They feel like they need to explain the family tree like nobody asked you. Exactly. Yes. That hurted me. Like, I was like, I'm her child. What the heck? Like, who are you? Hello? How you do? Like, can we get a hello? Welcome to Mississippi? No. First thing came out his mouth was, which one of you not hers? Me and my sister looked at each other like, cause like we never talked about that. Like, I mean, after my mom explained to me what happened, that was it. Like, okay, you still my mama at the end of the day. Like, I don't care. I mean, I care to have another mama, but you still my mama, regardless. And we moved on from there. I did have some other issues later on. I'll explain that later too, but it wasn't, and it had nothing to do with my mom. Very messy, very messy. Girl, my mama went off. That's all I remember. My mama went off, and we just went on about our merry way. And it was just awkward. Every time I see him, I would look at him like, ugh, who are you? Like, I don't even like you. How that's gonna be my first impression of you? Now, hi, family, hey, cuz. Like, everybody, hey, cuz, how you doing? Give me a hug. No. Which one of you not hers? Oh, we was ready to fight, okay? We was ready to fight. I just did not understand that for the life of me. I did not understand that. Yes, a mess, a hot mess. But yeah, that was my first encounter with somebody outside of the family. Well, somebody that was family who I guess had a problem that my mother had an extra child. What? But anyway, that was the only time I really had to deal. Well, I told you one time my brother he tried it and she shut him down too. I swear my mama like had bionic ears or something, cause she pops up out of nowhere. If you say something crazy, she popped up out of nowhere. Like she didn't play, baby. She did not play. Okay, she didn't play, and I love that about her. She was like, "Huh, you ain't finna do that to my kids." No, 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 no. The devil is a liar. You are not. So that was the first time that I really had like a crazy encounter. Again, like I said, I didn't like that man. Didn't like him for a long time. I forgave him eventually, but yeah. But yeah, that was weird. I would never do that. Even if I know somebody has a stepchild. Like I said, my brother, he had one. He has a daughter. And she's still my niece. She crazy as a Bessie bug, but she's still my niece. When we count my nieces and nephews, she is included, okay? Trust and believe. She is included. My stepdaughter is included in the counts. Those are my grandmother's children. When my parents died, all of the kids' names were on the obituaries. All of them. We counted all of them. We don't play that. Oh, she a stepchild, and this and this and that. Because I had a classmate, her man died. They didn't include her daughter. And I thought that was tacky too. Thank you, Kiana. Thank you, sister wife. I thought that was kind of tacky. They didn't include the daughter. And he raised her. Like I don't know why they didn't get married, but that was like the only dad that she knew. And I'm like, they only included his son. They didn't include his daughter. That was awkward. My mom wouldn't played that, baby. My mom would have got up out that casket and popped all of us. Like, who wrote this obituary? You done lost your everlasting mind. Where Devin name at? Where Shakira name at? Why they name ain't on that list? Baby, no, 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 no. We didn't play that. Okay, we did not play that. My daddy, no, both of my daddy passed away first. My mama passed away second. All the grandkids, all of them was on it. So yeah, but again, I do realize that not everybody has that experience. Everybody. Thank God. Well, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I didn't have to go through all that drama because some kids have been traumatized between, the parents' drama. Parents don't understand how their negativity affects their children's growth and which can eventually affect their children's marriages and their lives. A lot of parents don't expect they don't think that that's possible, but it is. If you're not growing up in a house that's loving and nurturing, your children is going to suffer. Point blank, period. You can beat around the bush, they're going to suffer. Um, and then even though, let me see how, ouch, my leg is trying to catch a Charlie horse, y'all. That's why I'm trying to drink all this water. But a lot of parents they don't realize that. Like you really, this one lady, I swear, this honey, I don't remember nothing else this lady said. The only thing I remember her saying, she said, before you get married, you better interview before intercourse. Hunty, that stuck with me forever. And she was not lying. Because women and men, we just lay down with whoever, and then you get pregnant by this person. And then if he don't want to be in that child's life, that's going to affect that child as well as the mother. That child has issues, daddy issues. They're going to grow up with that. They're going to put that on their kids. Let's pray for the generational curses to be removed. Like, no. But people don't realize, like, yes, you just having a wang dang doodle because want to fill your little pants or whatever. But that child is suffering. That's why I have a friend who they they were beefing, and the two moms, instead of working together as co-parents, um those kids are getting hurt. Those kids are getting hurt like big time. And it's so selfish on the birth mom, and if the stepmother is beefing, that's damaging your children, whether you want to realize it or not. It really is. It really is. And even sometimes the daddies can be messy. The daddies can be messy. And then sometimes the daddy's like just caught in the middle and they don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We just gotta be careful. That's why, yes, you're right, Mia. In the long run, it's the children who are hurt. It really is. And it's sad. It's really sad. But now this couple, the both of the moms, they are working together, and I'm glad because baby, especially when you put your business all on public, and you know, that's crazy. Like, don't do that because these kids are hurting. Like, that's why we have so many hurt adults. And again, like, I understand too, like, sometimes marriages don't work and the daddy leaves or the mama leaves. You still need to be there for your kids. Like, just because you and the wife or you and the husband ain't together, you still got kids together. But some people don't care. They just leave and go do their thing, and then your children are left hurt. Then when they get married, they bringing that hurt baggage into the relationship, and it messes up the marriage. And they don't know what's going on with them, but you're hurt because your daddy left you or your mama left you. Now your children are being hurt because you're hurt and you didn't even get it together. What did Mia say? Oh yeah, it's in the long run. It's the children who are hurt. Yeah, like, I don't know. Child, I was trying to get biblical on y'all, but we don't do right either. Because I was gonna say this is the reason why God put it where it was husband and wife, children. Well, God, husband, wife, children. If you do it the right way, in love, then your children shouldn't be having dealing with the hurt, unless again, like a parent passed away, da 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 da, or something like that. But like people just having children just to be having kids, not use protection, and then you're dealing with the new baby mamas and step mamas, and why, why, why? Again, on my end, thank the Lord. My dad again, he couldn't help it that my mom passed away. He was stuck with a child, baby girl. And all he knew was like, dang, I'm stuck with a kid. I don't know what to do. He didn't. Girl, he he tried to pin my diaper because they had cloth diapers back then. They ain't had Pampers and stuff. I mean, they might have had it, but they had cloth diapers, and he pinned the diaper to me, my flush. He pinned it to me, so they couldn't figure out why I was screaming like bloody murder because the pin was stuck in me. Safety pin. He needed help. Okay, he needed help like bad. He was horrible. He's like, she was a stay-at-home mom. I don't know. I don't know how to cook. This topic is so juicy and spicy. It is, ain't it? I told you I could get spicy sometimes. But all my lives ain't gonna be like this. Yes, baby, cloth diapers, cloth diapers. Yeah, so my daddy needed some help big time. so he he asked my aunties and stuff to babysit me. Talk about those cloth diapers. Good. Ooh, child. Yeah. So then eventually my cousin, she babysat me for a minute, but she got 8 kids herself. Cause back then, we didn't have 2 kids and stop. They had 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 kids. So then he asked my mama to babysit, and one thing led to another. He's like, okay, I need a wife. I need some lunches for work because I don't know how to cook. My dad didn't know how to do jack. All he knew how to do was work and bring home that paycheck and give it to my mom and pay the bills. That's all he knew. He ain't no jack about no kids, cooking, cleaning, none of that stuff. So yeah, so so that's how they ended up getting married really quick. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoying this topic anyway. I just want to make it fun and just share my experience as being a stepchild because, again, I'm, and I think that's why Cinderella is my favorite princess, even though she had a wicked stepmother. Because I was like, oh, she got a stepmom. Wow. Okay, I got a stepmom too. I think that's why I really, started liking her and fell in love with her story and stuff. You enjoying this topic, even though I came in late? Well, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, so that's what I had to say about that. Being a step parent isn't easy at all, especially I don't feel like I made a difference between my kids. Like I said, my stepdaughter, she had more than my kids put together. Toys, clothes. I was excited to have a child. A girl, baby, let me tell you, all I want to do is shop for girls. I love shopping for girls. Boys, I don't like boys like that. I love my son, but I don't like boys. I will buy for them, if I had to. But if I had to pick, baby, I would have a house full of girls. I love girls. I love sleepovers. I love the color pink. I love just, the pink frilly clothes and hair bows and ribbons, baby. Her closet was bigger than mine. Trust and believe, okay? Yeah. Got to do the girly stuff, American Girl dolls, and, you know, princess stuff. Baby, honey, I was ready. I was ready, but I wasn't quite ready because I wasn't expecting some of the twists and turns of life that happened along the way. But it is what it is. I think I did pretty good. You know, pat myself on the back. I did pretty good. But again, I had a good example. My mom, she was she was a good stepmother. I have to say, I cannot. So I will to answer his question. Yes, yes, a woman can raise another woman's child just like their own. I'm proof. I'm living witness that it can be done. So yeah. I was almost about to go on a tangent, y'all, because I'm like, no, but I love my mama Becky. She was crazy. Mama was crazy as I don't know what. I love her. I love her craziness and all. And that's why, because of her, I love Disney. Like I said, she taught us a lot. She was a shopaholic. Woo, child, that woman could shop. Woo. Like she would shop so much, I got tired of her shopping. I'm like, Mama, can we go? Please. We've been in Carson's. Remember Bergner's, Carson's, all that stuff. It was, man, we've been in that stuff for 3 hours. I'm like, Mom, we at the mall. Like, can we go somewhere else? Baby, she had to find her perfect outfit for Sunday morning. Baby, my mom used to be clean, honey. She would have her matching church hat, her suits, her heels. If she like this was hot pink, her hat was hot pink, her purse was hot pink, her shoes was hot pink. Baby, she didn't play. Okay, and then she had to buy her perfume. She was such a girly girl, diva. Okay, that lady had a walk-in closet before I even knew what walk-in closets was. Okay, she had my daddy build her one. She had so many hats and shoes. I swear she had every color of the rainbow. Shoes, hats, suits, regular clothes, and then that's how she did it. So like, cause somebody asked me like when I go on vacation, why do I change my clothes so much? Cause my mama did it. When we went on vacation, we had our morning clothes and then we had our clothes for dinner. And we changed clothes. And that's how she did it. Even when I go to Disney, I literally take an extra outfit. My family think I'm loony. Like, why do you do that? Oh, yes, that is so true. Mia said, I am sure being a step parent is hard, but I'm glad that there are some adults that can put their child's needs and feelings first. Now, all parents are able to do that, which is sad. It is, and that's what I was explaining to him. So, so I was telling y'all this is how this topic came about because this guy put up this post, and I'm friends with him and his baby mama. So I thought because they beef a lot on Facebook, so I didn't think they were Facebook friends anymore. I didn't really care because I don't be into drama like that. I don't care about that. I literally post my stuff and I get off of Facebook. Why? I'm mostly on Messenger, so I don't really be thinking about who Facebook friends with who, da 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 da. But when she popped up on there, like, oh, so what you trying to say? I'm a bad baby mama, and she started going off telling their business. I was like, what Mariah say? Drink tea and drink water and mind your business, baby. Hmm. Go, go, go. I'm minding my business. Let me get off of this post, okay? So she came on there snapping. I was like, wow. I was like, okay, I know what I'm gonna talk about my next live. Yeah. And then he deleted the post, and then she put up the same stuff that she put up. Also, I'm not a good baby mama now. What she was going in on her Facebook page. I was like, Lord, that must let me get off of here. But and I told him, I said, I'm sorry you didn't have that experience. Not everybody is capable of being a stepmother. It is not easy. It really is not an easy task. It really isn't. Um, it's just not. I mean, it's okay. Even for me, I was young. I was 21, 22 ish when I became a mom, and I was still a kid, kind of. It's like my daughter right now. She's in college. She's 21. I'm literally her age, married with a child. Like, I mean, I worked with kids my whole life. Like, I started working in daycare. I've been babysitting since I was like 9, 12. Babysit all the kids in church. I was literally a Sunday school teacher at age 16. I was teaching a children's choir. I'm always with children. I worked in daycares. I had experience with children, but to raise a child on your own is a whole totally different ball game, and especially a child who is not yours. Well, I thought I was Denise Huxtable. Okay, you know how she brought Olivia home. Child, somebody should have woke me up and smacked me across my face because that ain't how the case is. Okay, TV is not reality. Reality TV is not reality. So it wasn't easy. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't easy, but I think I did a good job. I'm just saying because that child was hurt, still hurt. I didn't do it. And a lot of children, they really need therapy. They really need therapy at a young age. Because if you kind or a toxic, them kids need some therapy. They really do. The parents need therapy and the child need therapy. Or you're gonna have a chaotic experience. Point blank, period. Whew, yeah. We're gonna talk about that part two. That's gonna be part two. What it's like being a stepmother. But today I just wanted to focus on what it's like being a stepchild. And like I said, I didn't get that side because I know some people who said they did get abused. One of my a guy friend, his mom locked him, his birth mom, I think, actually locked him in a closet and stuff and punished him and stuff like that. He has scars, but he strived to make sure his children didn't have to experience that, and which I am thankful for because some people they don't. They feel like okay, so a lot of people who were church who were hurt by their parents, they try to make sure that their children, that's what most normal people would do. They would try to make sure that their children don't have to go through that. You know. Um I haven't really had the experience dealing with foster children. I've worked with some at the daycare. That's kind of like why I wanted to become a foster mom because I was talking to one of the foster moms. She was taking care of twins who their mom was on crack. So she had two crack baby twins, and it was her first time becoming a mom. And it was hard, but let me tell you, she was baby. Her son needed a nurse, and well, both of them needed a nurse, but the son he was a little worse with the breathing and all this stuff. And she was a foster parent. She eventually adopted these two children. She was a white lady, and the kids were black. And so that was my first experience dealing with foster kids, and you know, and the mom I guess she was trying to give her a hard time because she didn't want her kids to be raised by a white lady. But baby, if you would have been doing what you were supposed to been doing, nobody you would have had your own kids. But let me not go there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when I tell you she loved them kids like they were her own, baby, she loved them kids. And then her daughter, I don't know, I guess because I was the only black teacher. It was two of us that was black teacher, well, three. But one she was working part time. The other one, I was in the preschool room, and um, the other one she worked the baby room. And she would ask me like, "Can you help me with her hair?" Like, cause I would just, again, y'all, I wanted to be a mama. I'm in a room classroom with kids. I'm sitting there brushing the kids' hair like we playing, beauty shop and all this stuff. Right, so I can sadly relate. Oh, what did Mia say? Mia said, I watched my mom be a stepmom, and that was not what I wanted. I promised myself I would never be a stepmother. My stepfather was a great provider, but the family life was always one sided. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that happens. That happens. That happens a lot. That's more common than my situation. Like the drama and all of that. Yeah, hopefully one day I would love to hear your story. I hope you talk about it if you want to. I mean, you don't have to because it's not easy talking about this. It really isn't. But I always kind of wanted just to kind of get it out. And then when people always bashing step parents, it's not an easy topic to talk about. So I would love to hear your story if you would like to share it. If not, I understand. Um, yeah, I'm sorry for both of y'all. Both of y'all, if y'all, Um, yeah, I didn't experience that. However, my nieces and my nephews they experienced dealing with step parents, and so because I'm not telling my sister's business, but because she married a man who had kids and she already had previous kids, my mom felt it was best interest for her to take care of her older sets of kids because he really he wouldn't have treated my nieces and nephews right. We already know that he wouldn't have did it. So my mom, that's why I said my oldest niece is raised like my sister. And then and I guess my nephew was too. He was my little brother, but um, and then the baby girl, they're all grown now. But I literally got my first job to help my sister raise her. But yeah, who is this? Miss March. Just I always felt like I didn't have family in a way. I felt like I just had my mom. I was always reminded that my sister's family isn't blood. Oh, I don't like that. I'm sorry. See, and I don't know. Me and my sister kind of talk about it sometimes. Like I always ask her, like, how did you feel when they did that? Like when they will buy me gifts and not buy her gifts, I will always ask her because again, my sister was my best friend. Okay, like you hurt her, we finna fight. It's all good, Diamond. I have extended and adopted family. family that I chose. And you have a YouTube family. Hello. And we love you too, girl. All of y'all. And yeah, so I will ask her, like, how did you feel? And she was like, well, it kind of really didn't bother me a whole lot because mama would always buy me, so she didn't feel left out because mama would literally, I don't know where she got money from, baby. But when my aunties would buy me a gift, my mama would literally run to the store and get my sister something the next day. So she didn't feel left out. I know I was bothered by it, but she said she kind of was like she accepted it because period. She accepted it because that's what she knew that was going to happen. However, I didn't ever see them actually mistreat her in person. Like they was always welcoming to her and like, hey, Tamika, da 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 da. Because sometimes when I go to my grandmother's house, I wanted my sister with me. Like I didn't ever feel comfortable being at her house. I don't know why. I didn't feel comfortable being at her house until I was older. She passed away when I was 15. I was a sophomore in high school when my grandmother passed away. And that's when I kind of started. I was very shy. Yes, we are family. We are family. Okay. um, so yeah, I don't know. It was just weird because I just didn't I mean, I didn't want to hurt my mama's feelings either. Oh, I love you guys too so much. You just don't even know. I didn't want to hurt my mom's feelings because she was telling me stories about the drama that she had to deal with as being a stepmother because of some of my aunties. Like they tried to fight her and stuff. And she was like, Quinta, baby, I wasn't finna, and she, because one period, and that it did kind of affect me at that time. Not her, not my birth mom, not her. I mean, not my stepmom, not her, but my family. Like a giant tree branching out towards the sky. I know. um, yeah. So I didn't ever want to hurt my mom. So I wanted to make her happy because I knew she was doing everything in her power to make me happy and to make my life happy. Again, she did not make me special or she didn't treat Tamika special or Pat and well Pat kinda. We all said that Pat was the favorite. Pat, the oldest one, she was the favorite. She was the favorite. Like she was the favorite. But every sibling says that you got a mom that's one of the kids the favorite. But she didn't on her part, she didn't. Now my other relatives, they kind of made it hard. And I am my mom's only child. So when my mom got married, I thought it would be cool to gain a sister. But woo, yeah, was I wrong. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, I don't know. And that's one thing that I kind of worry about too. Although my children are now adults, still if something like if me and James were not to be together, or he passed away and I remarried, that was something I always thought about as well. Like, could I handle getting married? And then will my children be able to handle having a stepfather, possibly step siblings? Like, what would our family dynamic be like? Because they're so used to being in this environment. That's just something that always crossed my mind too. So I can imagine. I can imagine because I've seen that happen as well. Wasn't always a great turnout. Like I said, even with my sister, her kids, she has 4 children. Her 3 were not his. The baby boy was her husband's child, but my mama took the other 3. She was like, nope. Because when the way he came into our family was weird, like we didn't like him. Now, and it's weird because we are so welcoming to everybody who comes in our family. Like everybody wants to be a part of our family. Um, Even like my friends. Well, I had to say, my best friend, she married my nephew. Okay, like everybody was trying to get in our family. Okay, like I'm like, girl, you was too old for my nephew. Like, what you doing? She's older than me, and she married my oldest nephew. I was like, Dad, you was determined to get in my family. What you? But we cool. I think that's kind of why too her kids are so special to me, my greats, because she was my best friend. Another story. But anyway, yeah, so but when he came in, he was like a tornado. And our family was, I mean, we wild and silly, but he was like, whoop. And we was like, dude, calm down. And then he was mean. And I was like, sis, this is who you're gonna marry, like for real. But you're grown. Do you? Do you? But we didn't like him. Okay. She's like, I got the tea. Yeah, we didn't like him at all. So my mom was like, She went and got legal guardianship of her three. They wasn't married very long. Put it like that. They wasn't married very long. But he did have other kids, and we treated them well. We didn't never disrespect them when they came over to visit. We didn't. Girl, these besties love our cousins, right? Ain't that crazy? Crazy, yes. Well, it was my nephew technically, so she's my niece-in-law. She was my best friend. It's weird because we're not as close as we was, but I know she would be there for me if I needed, and she was there when I had Jay. She was there for me, honey, because y'all know I had a C-section. You watched my last live. Miss Mariah made me tell my birth story. I didn't finish with Lexi because my live started acting crazy, but she was there for me, honey, when I had him. And I don't think she was married to my nephew at this time. She was just my best friend, and she cooked dinner for me every Sunday because when you have a baby, you're supposed to be out for 6 weeks from work, church, all that stuff. So every Sunday, I didn't go to church for 6 weeks. Um, she would make me Sunday dinner, like for real. Not even just whatever. This girl was cooking food, and she literally would bring it over before she go to church because we lived in an apartment building and she complex, and she lived in an apartment behind me. Well, the whole section behind me, and she would literally drop off the food on her way to church. That was the best friend. Okay, like she was there. So, baby, when she had my great girl, say less, baby. You ain't gotta worry. I got your kids. Okay, I bought all them her kids' church clothes, everything. She didn't have to worry. Like, baby, I got you. I'm gonna pay you back because you was so good to me when I had mine. We off the topic, but I'm just saying. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm just very blessed that I did have a great stepmother. However, it wasn't peaches and cream being a stepchild because my aunties they kind of made it difficult for me. One in particular too. My mom had a lot of them. The younger ones, I'm all cool with them. It was the older ones. The oldest one, she was my favorite. Shouldn't say that because they might be watching. I don't care. But the oldest one, she was my favorite auntie. The other ones in between, one in particular, she always kind of tried to turn me against my stepmother, and I didn't like that. I'm like, lady, no, this is my mom. Like, what are you talking about? This is my mom. She tried hard. She tried hard to turn me against my mom. And so one time I like freaked out, and I never told my dad. I don't know why I didn't. I was a kid. So I didn't tell my dad, and I don't know why I'm sharing this all with y'all. I don't know why, but one day when I was like 14, it really did bother me a lot because, well, my mom, she wouldn't really let me go over all their house. She's like, and again, I didn't even know all this stuff. There's some drama that happened between the sisters with my mom. I didn't know all of that, but she finally told me. And then my other cousin who took care of me with the 8 kids, she told me, and me and my cousin, we like this to this day. She's 70, she's 80. How old is she? I think she's 80. She turned 80. She's one of my older cousins, and me and her were super close. She was actually our neighbor. So I would always go sit on her front porch and talk to her. And she told me a lot. And so I knew they were telling the truth. It was like, which one do you believe? You believe your mom and your cousin, or you believe your aunties that you don't really have a relationship with? Yeah, they tried to divide me. Why would you do that? Like, why? My mama didn't have baby mama drama. She had the sisters drama. Like she literally fist fought one of them. Child, it was a lot. So her experience being a stepmom was not the most pleasant till later. And then they made up and stuff. But my mom was crazy. She's like, baby, it's like 15 of them, and it's only me. Because she don't have any siblings that lived in our city. Her siblings lived in Mississippi, St. Louis, Ohio, Michigan. So my mom didn't have any siblings here. So she um she said, "Baby, I had a big old pot of boiling water with some bleach in it. I was ready for them. I was gonna burn the mess out of them. Come on my house, come in my property." Woo! But the one of my aunts who did actually fist fight my mom, she ended up apologizing to my mom later. She told her that she was wrong, and then she said, "When I have my first, if I have a daughter, I'm gonna name it after her." And she did. She did. She named her after her. She adopted a girl because she was not able to have children, and she named the daughter after my mom. So y'all figure out what it is. I ain't telling you because I just told you my mama name. If your family watching, but yeah, so she had drama being a stepmother. Me as a stepchild with my stepmother, I didn't have problems, but with my aunties, I did, and it did affect me. That did affect me being a stepchild. But then I kind of like went off on my dad. I was 14. When you're 14, you're trying to figure out life. I'm just becoming a freshman in high school, so I was stressed about that. And then I got this auntie talking in my ear, talking crazy about my mama. And I'm like, listen, lady, like, I'm gonna fight you. Like, why you keep bugging with my mama? Like, what the heck? Y'all done made up. Why you trying to turn me against this woman? Like, she's my mama. Stop. you know? And but again, I never told my mama because I didn't want to hurt her. So I was bottling up all of this inside of me. And I couldn't handle it no more. I couldn't handle it no more. I actually wanted to commit suicide, to be honest, at 14 because of her and my other auntie. They don't even know. I don't even. That's why I'm not even close to them. I don't talk to them because that bugged me. Like, why you keep trying to turn me against my mom? This lady is sitting here taking care of me. You are not. And they was like, when you turn 18, you can come live with us. Da 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 da. Baby, when I turned 18, they was the furthest thing from my mind. Let me just say that, okay? They was the furthest thing from my mind. I never even really shared with anybody. I don't know why I feel comfortable telling y'all because I don't really talk about this part. But yeah, I was ready to commit suicide because of her. Thank you, Miss Mariah. Because of them. It wasn't my stepmother at all. I love that woman to pieces. I hate that she's not here with me today because I know she would have so much fun, and I would put her on my YouTube channel so y'all can see how crazy this lady was. But so I one day I literally exploded. Thank you. It's the whole world, Mariah. Whoever clicks on this video watching, I don't know who's all here, but whoever watches this video now, they just know my little business. But that's okay. I don't care because maybe my story can help somebody else's. And I really don't share this part, but that was very, very hard for me. So one day I had an explosion on my dad, and I was like, "Why did you? Why, why you had me going to these people's house? Thank you, guys. Thank you." I was like, "Why you had me going around them? Them people crazy as heck." I literally went off on him, and he was like, "What are you talking about? Like, what's going on?" And I just said, "Okay, Queen, just pretend it's a private group chat." I know. I wish. I wish it was a private group chat now. But and I told him, he was like, "You've been holding that in forever. Like, why didn't you tell me?" And I'm like, "I didn't want to hurt y'all." He was like, "Girl." And so that was, so I think I told y'all before on a video that or maybe it was a private group chat, I don't know. But I told y'all that I had a vision of my mom. And that was the time I had a vision of my mom. I didn't know this lady. I only seen two pictures of her. Again, one when she was in the casket, and then um one my oldest auntie who I love. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are in my life too. Um my oldest auntie, I loved her to death. Oh my god, I loved her. She was the one who Kiana was telling you who do the Watergate salads. She always had the big Easter parties at her house, baby. Yes, I loved her. Loved her food, everything. She gave me a picture of my mom. She said because it freaked her out. I'm like, so you gonna give me a picture that freaked you out of your sister? But she was like, I want you to have this of her, and she gave me a pot. Yes, you are my princess. She gave me a pot. I never used it, but it was my mother's, and she gave it to me. That's the only thing I have. No, I have that and her Bible. I have my mom's Bible. My mom was a very biblical, spiritual woman. Actually, my pastor was talking about her today when we were talking about memories and we were talking about people who passed on. He literally came and he touched me on the shoulder and he's like, her mom, me, my mom, like she was, everybody told me this, like she was a baker. That's so weird because I don't bake. I cook, but I don't bake. And that's why I said I want to start baking because I kind of want to be like my mom now. But he was like, her mom. So his dad was our bishop. And then my mom was like his Bible reader, back in the day, or people have scripture readers. And his dad, Bishop, he wanted to, like, he would say, okay, I'm getting ready to go to the scripture. My mom would have it and literally be like, I got it, Bishop. And she would start reading the scripture. And he was like, how in the world did she do that? And everybody told me this. So I know he wasn't the only person that told me. I heard older saints who had passed on. They was like, your mama was weird. Like, how did she know it was scripture? Hey, Tiff, welcome. How did she know the scripture before? He was just like, I'm getting ready to go here. And she's like, I got it. And that was where he was going. And it was like, him and her had this connection with spiritually. And I wish I could be. Sometimes I do that in my head. I just never say it out loud because I was kind of shy. Well, my mom was shy too, so I don't know. But like sometimes when he's preaching, I can tell where he's getting ready to go scripture wise. But I don't have the gift like she did. But he was talking about that today. But anyway, I forgot what I was getting ready to say now. About to watch y'all while I shower. Don't want to miss anything. Okay. Um, so yeah. But after I talked to my dad about it, oh, I was telling you guys I was having a vision of my mom. So that was the same day. After I talked to my dad, I kind of felt a little better. And he went to go watch the Cubs game. My daddy was not like he don't know how to deal with kids. Like he's literally the man that goes to work and come home and give his wife the check to pay the bills and do whatever else. The rest of the check was hers. So that's all he knows. So he went after I was crying. So I looked at my closet door and I saw this figure of a lady. I, I'm spiritual, y'all. Okay, I'm a dreamer. Um, Sometimes my dreams come true. It's weird. I don't want to freak y'all out, but I kind of don't talk about this a lot. But I've had dreams that they actually came true. Maybe that might be another video one day. I don't know. I don't know if I shared this with y'all before. I know some people privately. Diamond's Life Shine. She probably heard these stories. But yeah, so anyway, I was crying and then I looked up and there was this like it wasn't a ghost, but it was my mom. It was weird, y'all. I was 14, okay, and I'm like freaking out. And I ran to tell my bishop. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, people see visions. I'm like, what? Read your Bible. Hey, Lakel, how are you? I'm everything, Lakel. How are you? So I literally saw my mom. It was weird because I didn't really see her, but I saw her, if that makes sense. And she was like, Quinta, everything is going to be okay. Like, stop worrying. Everything's going to be okay. That's all she said. You a dreamer too? Good. I'm not by myself. Yes, I have weird dreams and they bother me. When they bother me, I was literally telling my mom, my play mom that I work with, my work mom. I was literally telling her this because she also go to my church and she knows my mom, she knows my birth mom, she knows my stepmom, she knows my whole family. I know her whole family. So I was literally telling her about this, about my birth mom. I was like, I literally saw this woman. My mom was a heavy set lady, she looked like me, I guess. She looked just like me. And I said, this like fat lady came in my room. I'm like, what the heck? Because again, I only saw her in the casket at this time. I didn't see the other um picture of her just yet. And they was like, yeah, that was your mom. And she literally told me everything's gonna be okay. And this is crazy. I literally just had a bad dream when I took a nap today. Did you? Oh. Yeah, some of my dreams freaked me out. They were prophetic, but it was between me and my pastor. So some of them, and I'll tell you about one dream that was the weirdest dream that freaked me out. Had two, but one was really, really weird. And I told my daddy, he freaked out. He was like, "How did you know?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just dreamed it. I was a kid." I'm like, "I don't know. I just dreamed it." And it happened. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let me finish telling you about this vision with my mom. So after that, when she literally said, Quinta, everything's going to be okay. Everybody called me Quinta. So she was like, Quinta, everything's going to be okay. And I literally immediately calmed down, stopped crying. Hey, girl. What's going on, Crystal? You must have heard us talk about you. We was missing you. She said, hey, cousins. And she was right. Everything turned out okay. It really did because after that, I literally had peace. I had peace and I was fine. And like I said, I didn't care about what they said no more. I really didn't even go around them too much. I mean, I talked to my younger one still. One of them is on Facebook now, so weird. But I just cut my separation from them because I didn't want to deal with that. But I do love my mom's family. I miss you too, girl. She said I miss y'all. But yeah, after that, I just was at peace. I was fine. Life went on. That was still my mama. What's going on, Crystal? Glad you joined. Yeah, so I was fine after that. I didn't want to commit suicide anymore. I was good. I was good. That thought immediately left. Okay, so let me tell you about the dream that freaked my daddy out and freaked me out too. This is okay. I hope y'all don't. I don't know, cause I don't know. My sister told me to stop talking so much, cause I'm trying to talk a lot. Y'all gonna be like, what? Maybe I shouldn't tell y'all. I don't know. 'Cause I don't want to creep y'all out. Cause literally, I told you my dreams come true. Okay. So for age 14, I'll say from age 14 to 16, 17. No talk, we listening. Okay. From age 14 to 17, I was a dreamer. I still dream right now, but it's not like how that was. I don't know why I was in this season of my life, like where I just kept having dreams. It was weird. Anyway, so I dreamed that I was okay. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but my dad is a preacher. He's not the pastor, but he's a preacher. So it was my bishop, and then another elder, and then my dad was like the senior elder because he was the oldest one. It was like three other preachers. So it's bishop, another elder, my dad, and then another elder. Okay, in the church. And so he was like the second assistant or whatever. I don't know. But so yes, I'm a PK. I'm a preacher's kid. Um, so so I had this dream that it was my mom, my dad, me, and Tamika. I don't know where Pat and Willis was, but in my dream it was my mom, my dad, me, and Tamika. We were at a church. Actually, we were standing outside of the church, and somebody, I don't know, they came and they said, my dad, they said, come in right now. So he came in, and my mom and me and my sister followed, and we sat in the front of this church. It was a teeny tiny small church. Like our church is a good sized church, but this was a teeny tiny small church, and we sat in the front. Well, we were at a funeral, and it was a lady in the casket. And I'm like, who the heck is this? And in my dream, I kept like rocking, like, who is this lady? Why is she? Why are we at a funeral? It was just weird. Again, I'm 14, okay, 15. Why am I dreaming this? Nobody died in our family. Why am I dreaming I'm at a funeral? We haven't had a death since we went to Mississippi. So I was 12. Okay. Now I'm like 15. We haven't had no deaths in none. I got three families. I haven't had a death in none of these families. So I'm like, why am I dreaming I'm at a funeral? And I remember I had a skinny cousin. Well, I was outside with my skinny cousin because I was skinny, y'all. My nickname was Bones. I don't look like it now, but my nickname was Bones. I was a two-pick, okay? I was wearing like a size 0, 1, 3. That was the size I was, okay? And I hated it because people made fun of me. So that's why I made myself eat so I can get fat. Now I'm regretting it, okay? Let me just say that. I'm regretting it. So I had a skinny cousin. Y'all, do y'all know this dream literally came true? So I did tell my dad about this because it kept bothering me. It was somebody in the family. And I'm like, Daddy, somebody finna die in our family? Or did somebody die? He was like, no, what are you talking about? Like, are you crazy? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we were at a funeral. And he was like, no, he wasn't. That's how real it was, okay? I'm like, Dad, yeah, we're going to a funeral and it's a little church and they asked you to come sit up the front in the front, and we sat with you. And he was like, Quinta, nobody is dying in our family. Nobody dead. Nobody is dead. Nobody, nothing. Okay. I'm like, I kept having this dream. It was bothering me. Like I would wake up in sweats. And I'm like, no, we had a funeral. Why are we going to this church? It's a little church. Why? I kid y'all not. About 3 months later, his baby sister passed away. My da- oh, hush, 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 hush. James is coming in. He left to go somewhere. He's pulling back up, so she has to greet us. That's what Avery does. Avery is okay. So yeah, it was creepy. Like, and yeah. So he was like, it was so weird. So sure enough, we were at this little church that was, it's not too far from our church. I just don't remember ever going there before. And we were at a funeral, and I was talking to my skinny cousin. We call her Little Red. I don't know. I got red hair cousins. It's so weird. I got red hair cousins. They're light skinned with red hair and freckles. So if your family, you might know who I'm talking about. um, and they asked us to come to the front of the church because my daddy was a pastor. Well, not a pastor. He was a preacher, and because it was his sister. Y'all, I cannot make this stuff up. My daddy was like, "How did you know?" I'm like, "I don't know." But everything that I dreamt, it came to pass. It was so creepy. And I'm like, is something wrong with me? I'm not psychic. I'm not psychic, y'all. It literally happened this time period in my life. I said from 14 to like 16, 17, and it disappeared. I don't know. I had 3 dreams. 2 came to pass. One kind of now, recently. We ain't gonna talk about that one. Kiana's sister wife know about that one, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, that was the first time I ever had like a weird dream. Well, I had another one, but it was for the church. I told my pastor about that one, and he explained what happened. He said, "That's for me. You dreamed something for me." So that was confirmation. I was like, "What?" I was a teenager. I was a kid. Y'all, this is stuff used to freak me out. And yeah, so it was my daddy's sister. She passed away, and we went to a little tiny church. We sat in the front, and I out. Freaked out, y'all. I was like, what in the world is going on here? Yeah. So yeah. It was quite interesting. Quite interesting. I don't know. And then, okay, so the second dream that I had, it was of Jeffrey Dahmer. So weird. I was dreaming this man was eating people. And I'm like, nobody don't eat people. Like that is so weird. Like I was at a carnival, okay, and he kidnapped me. And I was in a what do you call it? A trailer. One of those trailers. And he didn't eat me, of course, but I heard something that he was eating people, and I'm like, what in the world? This is like so weird. I did tell my mom about this dream, and then she was like, a man eating people. Quinta, what the heck are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know. And then literally a few weeks later, Jeffrey Dahmer's on the news. She was like, I think I really spooked my parents because I spooked myself, like for real. I don't believe in ghosts and stuff like that. But this one guy, I did share this on a video. I can remember sharing this story on a video. It was in the fall that I shared this story. So if you go back to my fall video, you might, if you watched it, you probably would have heard it. But there was this boy named Willie, and he used to tell us about ghosts and stuff. And I'm like, dude, stop lying. There ain't no ghosts. I'm like, I only believe the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost only goes to ain't no ghosts. And he was telling us about it. So I went and talked to my bishop. I'm like, is this dude crazy? Like, is he? He was like, no, it can happen. I was like, what? Y'all. Okay, let me get off the subject because this is crazy. I don't want y'all to think I'm a Looney Tune, okay? I don't want y'all to think I'm a Looney Tune. But my sister can confirm it. I don't know if she's watching tonight. She probably ain't because she didn't even know I was going live. She can confirm it. Trust me, she can confirm it. She tell me not to tell people stuff because she's like, people is not gonna believe you and whatever. Y'all got real quiet on me. Y'all really listening, ain't y'all? But yeah, it was just crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like my dad, he still couldn't get. He tripped off of that for a minute. He was like, "How did you know?" I'm like, "I don't know." But that was the only time it happened. So I had four dreams, but three was related to me. I don't think I, I don't think that at one time I prayed and begged God to take my dreams away. Oh, did you, Crystal? Yeah, maybe that's what happened because when now I just dream, I dream regularly. I don't think there's a night that I don't dream, but I don't have those sweats and stuff. I don't talk about it because people will think you're crazy, but you're listening. I know that. That's why I'm like, I can't believe I'm even sharing this with y'all. God communicates through dreams. Yes, He does. Keon, sister wife said she's a dreamer. And again, y'all, when I call her sister wife, she's my coworker. Okay, well, she was my coworker, and we had the same work husband. We ain't sister wives like that for real, for real. No, no, no. Yeah, but people will think you crazy, so that's why I was like, I don't know. My sister's like, don't share everything. I'm like, I don't know why I told y'all that tonight because that wasn't even the topic, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Oh, hush your face. Eat your popcorn and watch your sports. James over there fussing. Y'all already know Mariah Shay and Sister Wife. Y'all know what he fussing about. These lights. What? Stop fussing. Stop fussing. But anyway. Yeah. I know a lot of people, and I'm glad it ain't that many people on this live. It's people kind of like that I'm kind of close with, so you already know, right? You already know what he fussing about, y'all. He be fussing about these lights. Why you got all these lights on? Cause I'm making a video. They have to see me, okay? They have to see me. Who gonna pay the bill? Who gonna pay the bill? Me? I'm gonna pay the light bill. You right. I am. I'm paying the light bill. I am gonna pay the light bill. I'm not lying. I'm gonna pay the light bill. Y'all get me in trouble, okay? But anyway, every stop. Yeah. So that's all I had to talk about tonight. I just really, I don't know. Kind of when I seen that post about being a stepchild, being a step parent, I wanted to share my story because that kind of stop laughing. I'm gonna pay the light bill when I make some money on YouTube. I'm gonna pay the light bill. But I just wanted to share that because not all. Look how he was laughing at me. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. He be fussing all the time. Like I'm a YouTuber. I gotta make videos. I'm supposed to sit in the dark and make videos. Well, why you gotta have all these lights on? You ain't even seen the lights some YouTubers have. They have big spotlights. I got a little ring light and two lamps that ain't doing jack. Still look like I'm sitting in the dark. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt really comfortable sharing that with you guys. I hope y'all don't think I'm crazy. But if you do, I will. I already told the world. But yeah, being a stepmother is hard. Being a stepchild could be hard. We just pray. I just told the guy that I pray that for healing for you and your child and your baby mama. I pray for healing for y'all because you need to be healed because you're hurt and you're showing your hurt on the internet. Um, you know, no, we don't. Well, I don't. Well, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate you, DMV butterfly. um, and that's what I told him. I said I'm gonna pray for you healing. A lot of we are content creators. We need light. Thank you. Look at tell them. But anyway, let me get off of here before I have to hear his mouth. Right, Avery? So I do like to vlog in my car in the sunlight. But can't vlog right now because I don't have any storage space on my phone. So I get a new phone. So that's why I've been going live stream. And I will go live tomorrow and Tuesday. Originally Sunday, I was asked requested to go live today. But I will go live tomorrow and Tuesday because I usually try to put up 3 videos, 2 to 3 videos a week. But since I can't do that, so I'll go live. Don't hurt nobody, Queen. Okay, girl. But anyway. But yeah, so I'm gonna go live tomorrow and Tuesday as well. And then you guys too, and don't feel bad if you guys want to go live and you know I'm going live, go live. You got a whole different channel than me. Like, okay, I know we're all like a little community right now, but you still got like even on my lives, I got 1,000 people on my channel. So if y'all not here, hopefully somebody else will watch. So don't feel like you can't go live because I'm going live. Who am I? Child, go live on your channel, on your page. If you got a channel, go live. Don't be like, well, Queen, if you want live this day, I don't want to go live. Do it, but we'll go live. But you're not gonna hurt me. You're not gonna bother me. You got a whole different audience than me. So do that because I'm gonna go live. Sometimes my lives is just gonna be random, like today. My lives are gonna be random. Some days I might just be somewhere and I might just want to go live and share. I'm not gonna confirm all of you guys like, hey, are you guys going live? I'm just gonna go live. So I'm telling y'all, if you want to go live on your channel. If I see you going live, I'm gonna join you if I can. I won't be able to participate in everybody's live stream, but I'm gonna do my best to, or at least watch a video and support. Try again, you guys. Yeah, I know, and I get it. Because all of us that talk and we all subscribe to each other's channels and stuff. Again, you guys have other Thank you. She said, good to spend time. I literally was talking about you, Crystal. I was like, I think somebody asked about you. I'm like, she's busy right now, honey, with her job, moving. She gonna show up when she ready. She communicates with me to let me know. Um, DMV Butterfly, thank you for joining. She said, I will be back regular in 2 weeks. I will see you tomorrow. I appreciate you, Quinta. You keep Thank you, being 100. I will, boo boo. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so I am going to end this live now. But I really do appreciate everybody who joined. I really, really do because again, I did not announce that I was going live. It was requested. I was getting ready to take a nap because I told you we've been in church all day. You still look at everybody else. You know what I do too, and I gotta go back and comment on some because I literally was just watching. Last night I was watching Carolina Key, and I did not comment on her video. Well, I was cracking up because her son. Y'all gotta watch her video. I was dying laughing on her videos, and I do watch her videos. I'm horrible with the comedy, and I got to comment. I just be all into it, y'all. I lay my phone right here, and I be laying in my bed watching y'all. So, but anyway, I do thank you guys for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys, and have a great night. See ya. Bye.